Take two. Alright, we are on topic number 5, finding zeros. So we're going to first look at 3 different methods of finding the zeros to a function. So the first is factoring. So anytime we are finding the zeros, we set our function equal to 0. Now I have 3 terms, so in this instance I would use the sum product method of factoring. And here, so we need to know what, so this will be x and x because of the x squared. We want to know what multiplies to -4 and adds to -3. So it's going to be -4 plus 1. Now, what we have to remember is because this is a function, we're finding the zeros, we're going to take both factors, set them equal to 0, and then solve. So here I would add 4. So I get x equals 4. Here I subtract 1, and I get x equals -1. So my 2 zeros are 4 and -1. Now, the other method that we can use is the table method. So what you would do is you would take your function, enter it into your calculator, right, bring up the table, and you're just looking for where is the y value 0. So if you enter this original function into the calculator, bring up the table, we see our zeros are at -1 and +4, just like we found algebraically. Alright, the third method, and again, if you were using your graphing calculator, you enter the function into y1, you bring up the graph, and again we see this same function. Our zeros are at -1 and +4. Alright, now the last thing, this will be a little different. So here it says, if the zeros of a function are -1 and +4, what is the function? So the key here is we're working backwards. So what we have to remember is the factors are always going to be the opposite sign. So if I have a 0 is -1, that means the factor is going to be x plus 1. And here if the 0 is +4, the factor would be x minus 4. So the signs are always opposite. And then from here, we would go ahead and distribute. So I'm going to get x squared minus 4x, and then I'm going to distribute the 1 plus 1x minus 4, and then the final step, combine like terms. Alright, so now we have found our function by working backwards. Good job.